Today we're going to take a look at the specifications of the iPhone 14 Pro Max, Apple's latest flagship phone. Let's dive in. Starting with the network technology, the iPhone 14 Pro Max supports GSM, CDMA, HSPA, EVDO, LTE, and 5G. It was announced on September 7, 2022 and released on September 16, 2022. In terms of the phone's physical dimensions, it measures 160.7 by 77.6 by 7.9 mm, 6.33 by 3.06 by 0.31 in, and weighs 240 g, 8.47 ounces. It has a glass front and back, both made by Corning, and a stainless steel frame. It's rated IP68 for dust and water resistance up to 6M for 30 minutes and supports Apple Pay. Moving on to the display, the iPhone 14 Pro Max has a 6.7-inch LTPO Super Retina XDR OLED screen with a 120Hz refresh rate, HDR10, Dolby Vision, and up to 2000 nits of brightness. The screen has a resolution of 1290 by 2796 pixels and a density of around 460 ppi. It's protected by ceramic shield glass and has an always-on display. Under the hood, the iPhone 14 Pro Max runs on iOS 16, which is upgradable to iOS 16.3. It's powered by Apple's A16 Bionic chip, built on a 4nm process, and has a hexa-core CPU with 2 by 3.46 GHz Everest and 4 by 2.02 GHz Sawtooth cores, as well as a 5-core Apple GPU. The phone has 6 GB of RAM and comes in 4 internal storage options: 128 GB, 256 GB, 512 GB, and 1 TB, all using NVMe. Moving on to the camera, the iPhone 14 Pro Max has a triple lens setup on the back, consisting of a 48MP f/1.8 wide lens, a 12MP f/2.8 telephoto lens with 3x optical zoom, and a 12MP f/2.2 ultra-wide lens with a 120 degrees field of view. It also has a TOF 3D LiDAR scanner for depth sensing. The camera system supports dual LED dual-tone flash and HDR, and can record video at up to 4K at 60 fps with 10-bit HDR, Dolby Vision HDR up to 60 frames per second, and ProRes. There's also a cinematic mode at 4K at 24/30 fps, and stereo sound recording. The front-facing camera is a 12MP f/1.9 wide lens with PDAF and OIS, and there's an SL3D sensor for depth and biometrics. The front camera can also record video at up to 4K at 60 fps. The iPhone 14 Pro Max has stereo speakers, but no 3.5mm headphone jack. It supports Wi-Fi 802.11a/b/g/n/ac/6, Bluetooth 5.3, and NFC, and has GPS with L1 plus L5, GLONASS, Galileo, BDS, and QZSS. The phone has Face ID, an accelerometer, gyro, proximity sensor, compass, barometer, and ultra-wideband support. It also supports emergency SOS via satellite for SMS sending and receiving. Finally, the phone has a non-removable Li-ion 4323 mAh battery, which supports wired charging with PD 2.0 and 50% charge in 30 minutes, advertised. The iPhone 14 Pro Max also supports 15W wireless charging with MagSafe and 7.5W wireless charging with Qi. In terms of colors, the iPhone 14 Pro Max is available in space black, silver, gold, and deep purple. It also comes with a range of models, including a 2894, a 2651, a 2893, a 2895, and iPhone 15.3. The SAR, specific absorption rate, values for the iPhone 14 Pro Max are 1.15 W/kg, head, and 1.07 W/kg, body, while the SAR EU values are 0.99 W/kg, head, and 0.98 W/kg, body. The starting price for the iPhone 14 Pro Max is $999.95/£1,305/£1,050/£132,990 Indian rupees. And that's a wrap on our review of the iPhone 14 Pro Max specifications. We've covered everything from the phone's dimensions and display to its cameras, battery, and more. Now, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Apple's latest offering? Do you think it lives up to the hype, or is it lacking in any areas? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech-related content. Thanks for watching.